Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Monday, May 10th. Our prep for today, we're going to start with 20 on each side leg swings, followed by 6 on each side plank rolls, and finally 8 on each side dead bugs. So your leg swings, you can hold on to something for some balance, and you're just swinging your leg forward and back. So sometimes people only think about kicking forward and stretching out the back of your leg, but also think about when you're kicking back, squeezing your glute and stretching out the front side hip. Okay? So don't start off too high, but get higher and higher and higher as you go through your reps. And you're gonna do 20, so forward and back is 1 rep, 20 reps on one side, and then switch over and 20 reps on the other side. Next, we're gonna do 6 on each side plank rolls. So you're gonna start in a plank position with your arms stacked here like this, with a two-way go. So our feet are hip width apart, squeeze your glutes, brace your core, and you're gonna shift your weight over to one arm, shoulders and hips move together as we pivot over to the side plank on the one side, and then shoulders and hips move together as we pivot over to the side plank on the other side. So back and forth, 6 reps on each side or 12 in total. And finally, our dead bugs, you're gonna make your way to a position on the ground on your lying down on your back. So you're gonna get in this position here, knees bent, feet off the ground, hips at 90, knees at 90. Take a deep breath in, and then opposite arm and leg, come down towards the ground as you're bracing up through the core, nodding, allowing any change through that midsection, and coming back to your starting position. Deep breath in, brace up, change sides, and repeat. So you're gonna go back and forth for 8 reps on each side, or 16 in total. We're gonna go through those 3 movements for 3 rounds, and that's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today, we're gonna start with 8 reps on each side of a pendulum lunge, followed by 8 reps on each side of a side plank with a punch, and finally a 20-yard seal walk. So you're gonna go 10 yards forward, 10 yards back, or 5 forward, 5 back 2 times. Okay, so let's go through starting at the top though. Pendulum lunge. So you can take your dumbbell and hold it here at goblet position if you wanna do it with load. You're gonna start with your feet relatively narrow, parallel to one another. Take a step back with one leg. Perform a reverse lunge, light tap of the knee to the ground if you have the strength to do so. And then you're gonna come forward into a forward lunge. Notice my planted foot, the heel comes off the ground now, and I'm doing a forward lunge there, and bring my knee to the ground, and alternating forward and back for 8 reps total. So forward and back is 2 reps. You're gonna do 8 reps in total with one foot staying planted, and then change your foot that's planted and perform your 8 reps with the other foot staying stationary. Okay. Next, we're gonna do a side plank punch. So if you've only got a heavier dumbbell, grab a water bottle or a can of soup or something lighter that you can use, because this is a bit of a challenging exercise. You're gonna set up in a side plank position on your elbow, either from your feet or your knees, okay? So if you're from your feet are stacked, chest is open. If you're from your knees, heels are behind me, hips are open, hips are still off the ground, still have a straight line from my head to my knees. But I'm gonna show you from my feet. You're gonna take your lighter weight, hold it at your waist, just like you've performed a dumbbell row, but then you're gonna punch it out straight in front of your shoulder, and then bring it back over top of your waist, in front of your shoulder, back here. Okay, so you're gonna do 8 of those side plank punches, and then switch over and side plank on the other side and perform 8 reps on the other side. Finally, our seal walk. You're gonna need a slider on a carpeted floor, or you're gonna need a towel on a hard surface floor. We're gonna go forward and back. So you're gonna place 2 toes, 2 feet on your slider and set up in a high plank position. Squeeze your butt, brace your core, and you're gonna walk yourself forward, dragging your legs and feet behind you. Okay, so whatever space that you've got, whether it's 5 or 10 yards, if you do have 10 yards of space, approximately 33 feet, then you can go that whole length, and then once you've traveled that whole length, then you're going to travel that length backwards back. If you've only got 5 yards, you're gonna go 5 yards forward, 5 yards back, and then 5 yards forward, 5 yards back once again. Okay? If the seal walk proves to be a little bit too challenging for you, what you can do is perform a high plank walk. Similarly, just tiny little steps forward, but maintaining that high plank position. All right? For the same distance there if you choose that scale. So we're gonna go through those 3 movements for 4 sets, and that's your strength for today. All right, our Metcon for today. We've got 6 rounds for time with a 12-minute time cap. We're gonna perform 12 split jacks on one arm, and then on that same arm, so I've just indicated right arm here, but you don't have to start with right. All right. On that same side arm that you perform the split jacks, you're gonna perform a half rack squat. Then you're gonna do the other side, 12 split jacks on the other arm, 8 half rack squats on the other arm, and then we're gonna do 15 plank jacks followed by 30 seconds of rest. Okay, mandatory 30 seconds of rest between your 6 rounds. So let's go through those movements. Your split jack, you're gonna take your single dumbbell, hold it over top your shoulder. In this case, I've got it in my right arm. Feet are underneath your hips. You're going to bend at the knees and jump your same side foot back and your opposite side foot forward, and then also press the dumbbell up at the same time before you bring it back down and get back to your starting position. So at full speed, it looks like this: bend and jump and split, back down. So unlike a split jerk, you don't have to stand it back all the way up before you go again. You actually jump your feet back together as you bring the dumbbell back down. So your 12 reps there, and then same arm, 8 reps half rack squat. Feet shoulder width, feet flat on the ground, chest up. You can reach your opposite arm forward for counterbalance. Sit your hips down nice and low. And do your 8 reps. Then switch over, jacks on the other arm. Right, same side steps back, opposite side steps forward. Come back to your starting position. And then half rack squat on this side for 8 reps. Then plank jacks. So high plank position on our hands and toes. And you're going to jump out and back in. Trying to keep your hips level the whole time, not sticking your butt way up. Hips and shoulders approximately the same height. In and out is 1 rep, and you're gonna do 15, followed by 30 seconds of rest. We're gonna go through all that for 6 rounds, and that's your Metcon for today.